Good afternoon. I'm Sherman Chow. New details in a child pornography case involving a Houston fire captain after he appears in court again this morning. According to court documents, Chris Steckler uploaded 11 pornographic images of children to his computer last October. He was arrested and charged Friday. In today's hearing, the judge ordered bail set at $100,000. The judge telling the 36-year-old that he cannot have any contact with anyone under the age of 17. This includes his own 4-year-old daughter. Steckler also not allowed to use the internet, go within 1,000 feet of a daycare or school, and cannot leave Harris County. The 14-year HFD veteran is currently on administrative leave. Also new at noon, a precinct